just finished a jog, power walk, aerobic session. I tend to do a lot of thinking when I do these types of workouts. And I was trying to think, where did I have evidence that a calorie restricted diet with balanced meals, resistance training, and frequent aerobic cardio workouts is the most effective method for losing body fat and weight? My opinion. It's during my time as an active duty United States Marine. I enlisted 20 plus years ago, so the things I'm going to talk about now, that's what I went through at that time. I don't know how it is presently, but I will just share why I believe that method is the most effective. When we go through basic training, also called boot camp in the United States Marines, we are fed 3 well-balanced meals a day, right on time. There's a strict schedule for it. And they have carbs, fats, proteins, and fruits and vegetables. Everybody eats like that. We also do, first thing in the morning, we're gonna do physical exercise for about 2 to 3 hours. We always do running. There's a lot of running. And then we're gonna do resistance training. It could be calisthenics, it could be done with weights, it could be other methods. And then throughout the day, we are constantly moving. If we're not in a class, learning something, we're always moving around doing something physical. Sometimes we get in trouble a lot. And during those times, we are punished with more physical exercise. So we are constantly doing some type of physical activity throughout the day until we finally get to sleep around, I think it was 8 or 10 p.m. I can't remember, it was a while ago. If a person goes into boot camp or basic training overweight according to the US Marine Corp standards at that time, they are going to be labeled as somebody that needs to lose weight. And the way they did that was they printed, or I don't remember, either painted these red stripes here. So you're given a number, that's how you're identified throughout basic training. And they place it on top and bottom of that number. And that designates that person as somebody who is targeted to lose weight. Now, they go through the same thing as everybody else. However, when they eat their meals, they still eat 3 meals a day, they are usually given half the portions of what other people are given. They still did the same physical activity as us, but they were also targeted for more physical activity. So let's say if we have some rest time, well, the drill instructor would take them out and they would go for a run, or they would do some resistance training, or they call them the sand pits. They take them to these big sandy areas, and they would just they would do a lot of physical exercise on those people who were considered overweight, according to the US Marine Corps standards at that time. So those 3 methods helped every single overweight recruit meet the very strict United States Marine Corps weight standards by the time they graduated. Of course, when you leave basic training, you go on to more advanced training, you still need to maintain those standards. You can't become overweight. We were given physical fitness tests every 6 months. So you need to keep that standard. So this is an example of something that a professional fighting force has used for many years to get its members into shape and to maintain a certain weight standard and body fat standard. Some people can say, well, you guys were young. Yes, most of us were 18 to 20, maybe early 20s. We did have some recruits that were in their 30s, late 20s and 30s. People can say, they're just young and that's why they're able to do that. Well, I can tell you from my experience from being a personal trainer, the majority of my clients are in their 30s to 50s, and I've applied this same method to them, and they have been successfully able to lose body fat and weight using the same method. not starving themselves, not eating these fattish, calorie restricted diets, well-balanced meals, of course, under maintenance level, and they still look fit, they still have some muscle to them, and they look good when they lose their weight. I've also applied the same method to my bodybuilding training when prepping for men's physique shows. And for some of you who watch my channel, I didn't start men's physique contests until my mid-30s. So some people would consider that kind of old to be competing in bodybuilding. I was able to still lose body fat and weight fairly quickly, and in some of my shows I placed top 5. You're gonna be bombarded this New Year's with a lot of these lose fat and lose weight quick tips, and they seem so easy, and it just takes a few minutes a day to do. Everyone, that is nonsense. It just, yeah, you'll lose some for a little bit, for a short time. When I was in boot camp recruit training, that training lasted 3 months. So those overweight recruits had to go through that almost every single day for 3 months. And this is something that I've seen with my clients and myself. If you're gonna get ready, let's say you wanna attend a graduation ceremony, a wedding, or you wanna get that summer beach body, you can't prep 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks before. You need to start at least 3 months, optimally 4 to 6 months before your event. Someone like me who is always physically active, and I always do weight training and aerobic and cardio workouts, I still prep 3 to 4 months before a men's physique contest. Whew. I need to end this video. I'm sweating. I'm still sweating from my aerobic workout. I stopped it about 20 minutes ago. Anyways, there you have it. There's some evidence that popped in my head why I believe those 3 triads, that's what I call it, those 3 methods make it part of a triad. It's gonna be resistance training, aerobic cardio workouts, and a well-balanced calorie restricted diet. Those 3 need to work together to help you lose body fat and or weight effectively and keep most of it off, even if you can't maintain that same diet or exercise schedule. All right, everyone. Hope you found that useful, and maybe you will try to do some more research on your own on how to do it for yourself. I'm Coach John. See y'all later.